Roadhouse was never just an action movie about bar fights. It became a gritty symbol of late 1980s Hollywood, where Patrick Swayze turned James Dalton into a uniquely unforgettable screen legend. But behind the neon lights, the lives of the cast changed in ways no one could have expected. In today's video, we're taking a look back at the stars of Roadhouse then and now in 2026. Patrick Swayze made James Dalton the kind of hero who was both dangerous and deeply thoughtful amid the violent world of Roadhouse. Born on August 18, 1952 in Houston, he was 36 years old when the film was released in 1989. Swayze passed away on September 14, 2009 at the age of 57 after battling pancreatic cancer. What made Dalton stand out was his calm demeanor and the constant sense that he was always trying to control the most violent part within himself. Sam? Elliot gave Wade Garrett the presence of a man who had lived through far too many fights to feel the need to prove anything anymore. Born on August 9, 1944 in Sacramento, he was 45 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Elliot is 82 years old. With his distinctive deep voice and calm demeanor, he made Wade feel like the embodiment of experience, wisdom, and the heavy price of a violent life. Ben Gazzara made Brad Wesley the kind of terrifying villain who never needed to shout in order to control an entire town. Born on August 28, 1930 in New York City, he was 58 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. Gazzara passed away on February 3, 2012 at the age of 81. With his polite smile and cold brutality, he turned Wesley into the embodiment of corrupted power and control through fear. Marshall R.T. gave Jimmy a deeply instinctive sense of danger, like a man who enjoyed violence without needing a reason for it. Born on April 16, 1953 in Newport, he was 36 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Teague is 73 years old. With his fierce stare and constantly threatening energy, he made Jimmy one of the most memorable opponents Dalton ever had to face. Red West gave Red Webster the feeling of an ordinary man trapped in a town filled with fear and violence. Born on March 8, 1936 in Memphis, he was 53 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. West passed away on July 18, 2017 at the age of 81. The sincerity and weariness in his eyes made Red feel like the embodiment of people who simply wanted a peaceful life, but were forced to confront oppression and abuse of power. Sunshine Parker gave Emmett a rare sense of peace amid the chaotic world of Roadhouse. Born on June 10, 1927 in Texas, he was 61 years old when the film was released in 1989. Parker passed away on February 17, 1999 at the age of 71. With his slow, easygoing manner and deeply lived-in presence, he made Emmett feel like a man who had grown used to hardship, yet still managed to hold on to kindness and hospitality. Jeff Healey gave Cody the musical soul of Roadhouse through a blues style that felt both powerful and deeply lonely. Born on March 25, 1966 in Toronto, he was 23 years old when the film was released in 1989. Healey passed away on March 2, 2008 at the age of 41 after battling cancer. With his guitar playing and emotionally charged performances, he made the nights at the Double Deuce feel more real and alive than any of the fights happening around them. Kevin Feige gave Frank Tilghman the feeling of a man gambling everything in an attempt to change his life. Born on August 13, 1944 in Los Angeles, he was 44 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Teague is 82 years old. The anxiety, hope, and determination in his performance made Frank more than just a bar owner. He became a man willing to believe that things could still become better. John Doe gave Pat McGurn the feeling of a man who had become far too familiar with the chaos and decay inside the Double Deuce. Born on February 25, 1953 in Illinois, he was 36 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Doe is 73 years old. Even with limited screen time, he still made Pat memorable through his carefree attitude and rough-edged energy, which perfectly matched the gritty world of the film. Julie Michaels gave Denise a sense of vulnerability hidden beneath her seductive and rebellious appearance. Born on July 20th, 1970 in the United States, she was only 18 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Michaels is 56 years old. Even with limited screen time, Denise still left a strong impression as someone trapped within Wesley's dangerous world with almost no way out. Kathleen Wilhoit gave Carrie a sharp and powerful energy that perfectly matched the gritty atmosphere of the Double Deuce. Born on June 29, 1964 in Santa Barbara, she was 25 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Wilhoit is 62 years old. With her fast-talking style, tough stare, and sarcastic sense of humor, Carrie made the chaotic bar feel more grounded, authentic, and alive. Travis McKenna gave Jack a rare sense of friendliness amid the violent and tension-filled world of Roadhouse. Born on January 18, 1960 in Eureka, he was 29 years old when the film was released in 1989. As of 2026, McKenna is 66 years old. With his easygoing personality and relaxed energy, Jack made the Double Deuce feel like a place where real people were trying to live and work, rather than just another battlefield of violence. Gary Hudson gave Steve the feeling of a man who had lived in chaos for so long that he no longer cared about the difference between right and wrong. Born on March 26, 1956 in Newport News, he was 33 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Hudson is 70 years old. Even with limited screen time, Steve helped the audience understand what the Double Deuce was like before Dalton arrived, a place where violence existed without limits or rules. Terry Funk made Morgan feel like a true machine of violence stepping straight out of the world of professional wrestling and into Roadhouse. Born on June 30th, 1944 in Indiana, he was 45 years old when the film was released in 1989. Funk passed away on August 23, 2023 at the age of 79. With his massive build and naturally intimidating presence, he made Morgan dangerous in a raw and unpredictable way. Michael Ryder gave O'Connor the feeling of a man who always stood behind the power and violence of Brad Wesley. Born in 1952 in the United States, he was around 37 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Ryder is 74 years old. Even though he was not a central character, O'Connor still helped create the suffocating atmosphere of the town, where Wesley's loyal followers spread fear everywhere they went. Anthony DeLonghi made Ketchum feel like a dangerous enforcer who always appeared with a disturbing sense of coldness. Born on March 23, 1950 in Glendale, he was 39 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, DeLonghi is 76 years old. Thanks to his experience with weapons and action choreography, he made Ketchum's confrontation scenes feel sharper, more intense, and far more realistic than many other villains in the film. Joe Unger gave Karpus the rough appearance of a man who had spent far too long surrounded by violence and street fights. Born on May 25, 1949 in the United States, he was 40 years old when Roadhouse was released in 1989. As of 2026, Unger is 77 years old. Even with limited screen time, he still helped make the world of Roadhouse feel grittier and more dangerous through his naturally hard-edged presence. Kelly Lynch gave Dr. Elizabeth Clay a sense of warmth and clarity amid the violent world of Roadhouse. Born on January 31, 1959 in Minnesota, she was 30 years old when the film was released in 1989. As of 2026, Lynch is 67 years old. Elizabeth was never pulled into the chaos surrounding Dalton. Instead, she felt like the person constantly reminding him that beyond all the fighting, there was still a normal life worth protecting. Even after many decades, Roadhouse still retains its unique charm with high-energy fight scenes and the rebellious spirit that defined the 1980s. If this video brought you back to the golden age of Hollywood action films, leave a comment about the character you remember most.